All right, welcome back to the Startup Factory, and this is again another week of our Feature Friday. This is the time where we take out to meet new members, meet seasoned members, meet leaders and movers and shakers here in the Stonecrest community, and just talk about our movement here at the Startup Factory. So today we have one of our new entrepreneurs, Ms. Eukeethia Barnes, the CEO and president of Fresh Start Financial Services. Did I get that right?
Perfect.
We were practicing. I was a little bit nervous.
You did
Good. I earned my keep today. So I wanted to talk today with Ms. Barnes because I was so excited when she became a member here at the Startup Factory, because what she does really strikes the core of what we're all about here at the Startup Factory. And so it kind of has a hint with the name, but Ms. Barnes, tell us who you are and tell us a little bit about Fresh Start Financial Services.
Ooh, perfect. I'm impressed here. So, of course, I am Eukeethia Barnes. I am the CEO and owner of Fresh Start Financial Services, and I've been in the financial business for over 10 years.
Okay.
In different aspects. So, basically, what we do within the business.
Well, let's go back. Tell me your story. So, kind of tell folks all of what led up to today and how you got here. So tell us the backstory first.
Interesting. So I've actually worked with this. I've been in corporate America.
Okay,
for over 10 years.
Okay.
And within that aspect, I've a couple of different realms of financial aspects. I'm actually a contract specialist for the state of Georgia.
Okay.
So I can dib and dab in a couple of areas there.
Mm-hmm.
I just decided to, instead of continuing on in corporate America, to actually just come into entrepreneurship, which I think is extremely important.
And that story is really important because there are a lot of people that aspire to leave corporate America and get into this life.
Correct.
And so I want to pause there before you tell us about that. When you made that transition out of corporate America, as so many people want to do,
right?
What was the hardest thing, or what did you have to do to push yourself out?
Confidence.
Because when you got that check coming in every week, you living good, you can go and shop and do what you want to do. What really drove you to get out?
Well, for one, you actually certainly have to have faith and confidence.
Okay.
You actually have to put yourself in that mental mind frame to the point to where there are gonna be a lot of sacrifices.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get there, once you really understand the depth of that, you're gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't understand the depth of that,
mm-hmm.
the things that you will have to give up in order to succeed.
So tell me, when you talk about those sacrifices, give me an example of something that was really hard for you to give up that you had to do.
That
when you
shopping
made that.
and those traveling trips, they had to see.
They had to stop.
Finito. It was over.
Yep.
And we have to do those things, and it's okay, because now when I look back then and I look to now, I'm like, thank goodness for those decisions, for those sacrifices.
Yeah. And that's something Mr. Allen always talks to us about, is that, he's gotten there. He always tells me, Matt, you don't get there by being comfortable.
No.
You have to be willing to sacrifice some things. And one of his Allenisms, as we always say, is you will never be extraordinary doing the ordinary.
Right.
So you got to so the tip for this morning is, if you want to make that move, you have to learn how to get uncomfortable.
Right. If it was easy, everyone would do it.
That's true. That's why ain't like 5 or 10% of us actually do it. All right. So now, I got the backstory, because I knew it was how we teaching the people. That's what we're supposed to be doing. But I know you had some golden nuggets for me. So now tell me about the business. Now let's go and talk about what you do with this company. Right.
Well, Fresh Start is very near and dear to me, because of course what we're doing, we're educating the community.
Okay.
We're educating people. That's my biggest forte. Is, of course, it could be lucrative, but that's okay. That's the second forte.
Mm-hmm.
What we want to do here, we want to make sure that everyone understands exactly what financial services are.
Okay.
So within the business, we offer the accounting as far as the professional tax preparation. But we also do something a little neat in there. We teach entrepreneurship.
Okay, well, how you doing it? See, that's why I was glad you came.
The way we do that, we have an affiliate program set up.
Okay.
And I have tons of affiliates all around the U.S. They work up under me. They start, and I teach them the business.
Okay.
I teach them the way to actually go out and start their own tax professional businesses with mentorship.
Mm-hmm.
I give them all of the necessary tools and things of that sort.
Okay.
So that was really important to me, because, as I stated, entrepreneurship is very important, but a lot of people don't know where to begin. And so that's why we started that business, that aspect of it.
So you actually have franchise opportunities.
Yes.
So folks that are out there in corporate America,
yes,
who may want to have kind of that side gig and do tax returns.
Yes.
you can help them get in that business. Just like I don't know if I'm supposed to say this in the interview, but like an H&R Block or any other franchise to some degree, not the same way. I know you do it better than they do, but it's the same thing, right?
The same thing.
Okay, that's what I'm getting at.
And you said something extremely important. Some people cannot just quit their jobs.
Right.
You can do this on the side and build your way up. So once your clientele is where it needs to be, and you've learned all of these important aspects of entrepreneurship, then you're comfortable enough to actually leave that 9 to 5.
Okay. So tell me this, if I'm out there, what kind of folks are typically the best folks to get into this business with you? Like, let's just get down to the nitty gritty of the people that you see that maybe have complementary skills that work in this space.
Certainly. I don't like to actually just put people in a box.
Right.
Because a lot of people have different reasons of wanting to do this. Some people do it for the income. Some people do it because they want to gain, give more knowledge. They are tired of seeing people get treated badly, yes,
that's true.
in this area, and so what I would tell people is just make sure, for one, this is something that you would love to do. I always say, hey, make sure it's something that if you didn't get paid for, you would still get out of bed in the morning and do it. So make sure that's something that you would love to do. I don't want to put people in a box and just say, hey, only you can do it, because
it's all kind of
with so many different people. Oh my goodness, the backstory of each one of them are different.
That's so cool. All right, so if you're interested and let's say, you could be a people person, you could be an accounting person, it could come from all different aspects. What do you get as a franchisee? Like, how does that process work when you set somebody up into the business? I want to make sure people understand how to work with you.
Awesome question. So basically, you come in, we actually do your initial paperwork, welcome letters, all of the good stuff. The boring stuff, what some people would say.
Got an intake process.
Right. And then we train you. Okay. Training is extremely important. Not even just for the business aspect, but also for customer service. We go all into depth. So once we do that, we actually get you set up with our software. We deal with several different banks. We have the ability to do that. We've gained great relationships with them. And at that point, we start to actually bring in the marketing process. We want people to know who you are. And if they don't know who you are,
use for services,
right? So we show you how to do that. We partner with different businesses as well to make sure that you have everything you need, because we're certainly understanding that we can't do everything. And at that point, we're ready to go. So like on the 28th, all of our affiliates, they're ready to go. They're ready to hit send, transmit.
Yeah.
And of course there are several different things in between that, but that's like the best of it.
Okay, cool. So if you are looking for an opportunity, there's an opportunity to work with this great entrepreneur in her company and become a franchisee. So that's one aspect of the company. So you told me that, there are basically kind of like 3 legs or 3 aspects of the company. So you got the tax piece. So tell me about the other pieces of the company, how they help folks.
Well, in total, there are 4. We actually have.
I had it wrong. It's a table, not a stool, man. All right.
It's okay. So we do the credit restoration, which is extremely important. It's extremely important. It's important on so many different levels, because we have personal credit, we have business credit. People are so confused as far as they don't understand that the value of credit is worth so much more than the value of money. Once we can get them to understand that and to actually understand how to utilize credit, we're in such a great place. But that also comes from education. Education and also getting them to where they need to be in life in regards to their credit aspect. And we have a great program for that. We have a couple of programs for that. So I actually encourage everyone to come see me. Let's sit down. My first question is, what do you need? What do you want? So we derive that goal, we look at that goal, and we go from there. Man,
and it's what you're saying is so important, because just last week we were sitting here with ACE, which is Access to Capital for Entrepreneurs, and they have a loan program, a product that gives you the ability to get a loan, a commercial loan on your business, but you got to personally guarantee it. And you need that 600. At least they got it to a 600, but you got to have at least a 600 credit score.
Well, that's good.
So the credit score is that's good, but still you gotta keep working on that credit score.
Right.
Yeah.
It's imperative.
Yeah. I mean, so many times as entrepreneurs, there's so much that you can do if you approach your business the right way with a very small amount of money.
Correct.
With technology today, and I know you're into technology as well too. You can make things happen in your business very quickly, very rapidly, without a whole lot of money. And so the ability to be able to touch 10, 25, under $50,000 and having that good credit score is absolutely essential for entrepreneurs who may be out there trying to get started. So that's great. Now tell me about business credit, because I think a lot of people, we don't know. Let's get our credit straight. But I think so many of us are clueless about business credit. Now, how does that work?
Well, for one, you do start, as you stated, a lot of people have personal guarantees. Until you get yourself out there and actually start reporting to D&B, you have to guarantee with that personal credit. So that's why we start there first. Okay. Once we get that personal credit grade, we start multiplying by doing smaller credit lines, such as Quill or Lowe's, little small credit increments or what. So once they start to see that you're able to actually keep up with those smaller credit lines, you're able to actually get larger credit lines. Mm-hmm. Some people, they want to go out and they actually just want to say, oh no, I need to go to the bank and I need $200,000. Well, it doesn't work that way. Right. You have to build. Building is the key. Not only that, but credit utilization. Make sure you keep that credit utilization below 30%.
Okay.
Because see, at that point,
I thought it was 50%.
It's 30.
Okay.
30 is the best number.
Okay, so keep it at 30.
Keep it at 30.
You the pro. That's why we got you here.
Right, and that's the best number.
Okay.
Now, if you do exceed to 50 every now and then, fluctuate, because see, what we don't want to see, what they don't want to see is that you need the credit.
Right.
That's the big difference. If they don't feel as if you need the credit, okay, well, they'll be more inclined to pay us back. Mm-hmm. But if you need the credit, that means you may not have the revenue to pay us back.
Okay.
So that's the difference.
So that's how they thinking on the other side of the table.
Thinking on the other side.
Okay, cool. So
Right.
we have the credit, we have the personal, and then we have the business credit
Right.
established with those lines. Mm-hmm. And that does so much for you as an entrepreneur.
Yes.
I know when I was in the funeral business, that was absolutely essential to us being able to get new automobiles,
Right.
Being able to get and refinance the business,
Mm-hmm.
which that's where we really made a good chunk of money, is when we were able to
Right.
refi the operations. And so again, to really get in control of your business, you got to demonstrate that, one, you can get in control of yourself and your credit, and also your business credit as well. So
Certainly.
Now let's go to the next piece.
All right, so then, kind of combine the next two.
Okay.
Bookkeeping and payroll.
All right.
For the small businesses or even larger corporations.
See, that's why I thought it was 3, because I think that's what you did last time.
I intertwined it?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay, I do apologize.
I cleaned that up.
You did. Nice
job.
So yes, we actually do the bookkeeping and payroll.
Okay.
Because a lot of people, it's very overwhelming to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so when something becomes overwhelming, what do? You push it away. That is the wrong thing to push away.
Yep.
So we try to offer our services so that people will not have that burden on them.
Yep.
And we try to do it at feasible prices, and we sit down, have a consultation with you, and just see exactly what you need. So therefore, we have 4 different prospects or aspects of the business.
Yeah. And so often we see entrepreneurs get into situations where they may not pay sales tax, because you have to, with payroll, you have to report that to the government every quarter.
Fringe benefits.
This is the area, entrepreneurs, where so many entrepreneurs, when they're starting to scale, if you're not tight in this area, this really prevents you from growing, right?
Oh, of course.
And our mission is like Mr. Allen is saying, what our mission is to increase the number and size. And so if you don't get this part of your business right, it becomes a real burden. Another one of his sayings always is, you have to work on your weaknesses because your strengths will take care of themselves. And for so many of our entrepreneurs, we have the creativity, we have the dope product, we got the energy, we can market it, we can create it, but we don't know to take care of the money.
Of course, and that's the wrong thing not to know how to take care of.
Yeah.
Because see, the thing is one thing I think I told you when we were meeting one-on-one, is that once you actually continue with this business, it's successful. Now we need to see what else we need to do, because I really truly believe in 7 streams of income.
Right.
You know, I believe in that 7 streams.
Now, where do you get that concept from? I think that's where you and I first connected. It was like, I'm trying to get a little damn. You got me on camera. Hang on. Okay.
Sorry.
That is one of my favorite books. And so tell us where you got that information. Streams of income for entrepreneurs.
Was it Robert Allen?
Robert Allen, multiple streams of income. Exactly.
Multiple streams, and it's extremely important.
Yeah.
Extremely important, because see, you don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket.
That's true.
And you want to continue to multiply. So in order to do that, you need to actually have those multiple streams of income.
Yeah. And I remember he talked about compounding interest. He talked about owning real estate. He talked about the stock market on the long play. I can't remember all, but it's a great book.
And those things that you just spoke about are things that we're sometimes not comfortable with.
Exactly.
So we really have to step outside of our element and outside of the box.
That's true. That's awesome. So All right, folks who are out there and they're hearing us talk about, okay, I got to get my money right. You know, it's the brain. Folks are out there and they want to connect with you and become a part of this Fresh Start movement.
Right.
And there are two opportunities here. You know, if you're out there and you're looking for opportunity and you're trying to grow as an entrepreneur and a business person, you can get in touch with her for franchise opportunities.
Right.
Or if you own a business and you want to get your finances together, get your taxes done, get everything cleaned up and going in the right direction, they can also call you. So how do folks connect with you?
Of course, I tell people all the time, freshstartfinancialga.com.
Okay.
All of our routes are there, everything, all of our social media contacts. My schedule is there. You can book me. Book me through schedule. Trust me, that's the best way to get me to scheduling.
Okay.
And I would love to sit down and speak with anyone who's interested. And I think we're actually going to start doing some things here for the community.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I was going to mention that we will be doing financial labs with Fresh Start Financial Services beginning in February. And so on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we will have lab sessions here. And we'll have specific days and times that you can come in and work. So what are some of the things you want to accomplish in your labs when you bring these folks in for your lab series?
Well, of course, we actually want to, credit is my number one thing.
Okay.
We're going to talk about credit. We're going to actually look at personal credit. We're going to look at business credit. Everyone doesn't need both. Well, yeah, everyone doesn't need both. I'll say that. Everyone certainly doesn't need business because they're not a business owner, and that's okay. But we'll also look at the taxes as well. As a lot of people know, everyone is kind of like on edge this year. We have a lot of new things going on within the tax world. You know, I want to actually be able to give that information, that good information about it.
Okay.
The proper way to do things, the proper way to file. You know, there are so many different nuggets that you can utilize. And even if you don't utilize me, I just want to make sure that you're informed. Right. Properly informed. Yeah. So those are a few things.
So we're extremely excited about the labs. Our lab series is giving entrepreneurs and people in our community an opportunity to come in, and we're just tired of having workshops where people come and talk about what needs to happen. You bring your laptop, you come and see us, and we actually walk you through how to get things done in your business. We're going to have digital marketing professionals here. We're going to have our accounting team here, and we're going to actually work on, you know, how do you get rid of that big old box of receipts that you have in the back that you ain't filed, and how do you get everything cleaned up and ready to grow your business. And so, Eukeethia, I want to thank you. This has been a great kickoff to this Feature Friday today. And we're excited to have you as a member here at the Startup Factory, and we're looking forward to growing your business. So one more time, so everybody knows how to connect with you. Tell them again how to connect with Fresh Start Financial Services.
Ooh, you got it right.
I'm on it.
Are you going to leave me hanging?
I'll leave you hanging.
We're good today. FreshStartFinancialGA.com.
Okay. Thanks so much. And we'll be right back with our next section, with our next segment, rather, of Feature Fridays. Thanks so much.
Thank you.